Hello, how are you today? This is JilliBling, and today's project is my thank you for your order card for October. So people that placed an order of $50 or more, I'd like to send them a thank you because I really appreciate the orders. Otherwise, I couldn't keep being a demonstrator. And this is my thank you to them. And I copied this from Amanda Metz. Thank you, Amanda. And very simple on the inside. On today's, I might get a little fancier on the inside. But isn't that just pretty? Do you recognize any of these papers? I will show you them. So, this here, are you saying, I don't recognize that? This is a new product suite that is going to be released and available November 1st. If you're a demonstrator, you could get it 1 month in advance. And if ever you've thought, maybe I should be a demonstrator and I could be my own best customer, where you put in enough orders to meet the quarterly quota, you could get it as part of your starter kit. So in the product suite, there are these gold adhesive back swirls, the dies, and the stamp set. And I also got, here's a little flyer. There is a stamp set that has Christmas greetings on it, which you could get too. I didn't get that, but it looks really cute. But this designer paper, oh my gosh, I am crazy about this designer paper. So much that I keep taking it out to use it, and it's like, oh, that has to go on to something really special. But look how pretty. This is the one that's on the card. And I think it's the one that's covered up the most, which is a shame. It's this one right here. But this is the back side. Okay, you know me and my blue flowers. I love them. But to me, this is just, it's so beautiful. But look at all these patterns. Look at that one. And people are coloring the berries red to make it Christmassy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So pretty. And that is as sweet as can be. Look how nicely it goes with this other page. So this is called Fitting Florets Designer Paper. So this is one little bit of it is this. And then you're like, well, what is that? I think this is kind of a sleeper in the catalog, but this is beautiful paper too. And some of the pages are a little bit crazy. They match the stamp set. But ones like this, look how nice it is on there. The back side is a little bit calm. Well, that is too. But it's got some bright colors in it. But I love navy, so this paper is just lovely too. Okay, so enough of that. We will be using Stamp Set Full of Love. And here's a project. And the dies we'll be using are stitched rectangles, rectangle stitch for these pieces here. And stylish shapes for these two circles. Those are die cut. Okay, so I already stamped a bunch of these. So we'll be using one of these. And unfortunately there's no dies, so you have to hand cut it. So we'll be using one of those. This here is for, I don't know if you could tell, but this is raised up. Is that just the cutest? So to get that on there, memento and this stamp. And if ever you're trying to squeeze a whole lot out of one little sheet, just flip it over. Because trying to get that, well, that's not so bad. I have enough room. Good. Good, good, good. So we'll be using this one is a good one. So, since I'm on a roll, just cut right around that little envelope. And I'll color this just a little bit. I have been crafting all day long. Tony went on a bus field trip to volleyball, the girls. It's like a 3-hour drive each direction. And they lost. But he won't be home until midnight or something crazy. This, I wanted, look how tiny this bow is. Are you impressed? I used a fork. So I made one other one because I'm not going to pull out the fork. Because I don't know if you could tell, but I was pulling it, trying to maneuver it around. And at first, I was thinking I would use fresh freesia ribbon. And I made these two with the fork. That one is a double bow, but that got lost on here. So, pale papaya. There it is. Okay, this is for today's project. And these just get stuck together. Let's start with the bottom and work our way up. So, fresh freesia card base. And next layer is Evening Evergreen. And I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog. And I'll do that probably tomorrow. Stamp and seal, all gone. You never know when it's going to happen. Got to be prepared. I just ordered 10 more. It's very sticky. Okay, so this goes on the front. And then next is a white piece, and I'm going to use the gingham embossing folder to add just a little interest, a little texture. I don't know which side is up. Okay, and then these are the pieces I cut out using the die, the stitched rectangle die. And these are cut to 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. Just so you know what size die. So if you're putting panels on, and they should be equally, with like equal little gutters in it, I found it's best just to lay them on your paper. And then, so I'm thinking this is about equal to that. Those are about equal. Then just choose the top one, then the bottom one, and then finally the middle. And I'll show you why I do that. Top one, so this, I'm looking at the top panel, make sure that this is equal, make sure the sides are equal, and stick it down. So the reason I do the top, then the bottom, was if you had stuck this one in here, you might have a big gap and there's no way to fix this. So because I left this one last, I can make the gap equal when I set it down. I love that. It's so pretty. I'm going to do a Gotta Have It box. So if you're in the US and if you know you're going to get this, I would love to take your order. And anyone who orders the bundle or suite through me, I would love to send you 5 free card kits. And I'll do videos for each one of the cards. Okay, so next, these are inside papers. Look at that. We are doing good. Okay, so I would put the Fresh Freesia Peace Circle on right now, but this has a ribbon wrapped around it. So, pull out my Pale Papaya. I'm almost out of this. For the remaining cards I've got over here, because I've got very little left, I might pull out pink, the bright pink. That would be really pretty. A nice color to add to the bouquet, because the Fresh Freesia just gets lost. And a little bit of Stampin' Seal on the edges. And then this just gets wrapped around. Okay, now this can go on. Should just go around the edges. That's a better way to do it. I need to clean up the end of my Stampin' Seal applicator. It's getting that all up on the sides. Usually I keep them all real clean. Okay, boy, that's sticky. Okay, so now it's time to color this and then cut it out. And I have one started. So this one, the broadleaf I did in Evening Evergreen, and these little petal, or these little leaves, I did them in Soft Succulent. So this one I did the opposite, but I still need to color in the flowers. So Pale Papaya. And you know what, I'm just going to copy this one, because trying to figure it out and do it all opposite, it confused me. So this is Pale Papaya Dark. And I like to start with the dark just so there might be an opportunity to blend it a little bit. And I did throw a little bit of Flirty Flamingo in here. Just a little bit. You'll see it here in a minute. Okay, that's Pale Papaya Dark. So now, Pale Papaya Light. I probably should have cut this out first. Okay, so now the Flirty Flamingo Light, I'll put in just a little bit here in the center. And then for these little bud things, I'm doing Flirty Flamingo Light on all of them, just down at the bottom. And then I'll follow it up with Pale Papaya Light to soften it up a bit. This is such a cute set. I think it flies under everyone's radar. But I like it. I've used it a few times already. I think I had it pulled out just for the words, and it was just sitting there, and it's like, oh, that would be a perfect thank you card. So this is Fresh Freesia Dark. Had to make sure it's dark. And I'm just coloring where I think the depth of the petals would be, like whatever's closest to the center of the flower. Freesia Light. I might get Color Lifter to kind of soften that a bit. Oh, if I'm going to do that, I wonder... Nah, I'll take it all the way to the edges. I was going to leave that little white border, but because there's a white border on the card, the stylish shaped circle, it's probably better just to color the whole thing in. So on the inside, if I do just that little flower, there's not much to color. But I was thinking with this one, I would take the stamp and put flowers all along the bottom. But that's a whole lot of coloring. Okay, I think that might be it. Okay, Color Lifter. Just to soften it a little bit. Okay, and then this, I'll do the Freesia Heart. Because it's so small, I'll do just the one color. And then the Pale Papaya background. Okay. Cut. Hand cutting. Do you mind hand cutting? Some people, they don't like coloring. Some people don't like coloring and cutting. I don't mind small doses of either of them, but just in small doses. If you said, here is 5 sheets of, like the moose is so cute. How about if you cut them out? I'd say, oh, that's a lot. That's when you need to pull out your scan and cut. See if that would cut it out. So when you're cutting, do you turn the paper or do you turn your hand? I think you're supposed to turn the paper. I'm trying. Some people can make that tip perfectly even and smooth. I guess I had me some practicing to do. Ooh, that one was pretty good. Go and spin it around. It's those ones at the end. Oop, too big. I saw someone the other day and all of her cutting was a bunch of, with the tip of the snips, just snipping it. And it was all jagged. I was like, oh. I said, would you like me to cut that? She said, yes. How do you tell someone, stop what you're doing? This is how they say you should do it. I don't know. Obviously, I'm no pro. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that one was good. Okay, got another opportunity here. Okay, here comes one. Ooh, that one was good. Bad. Yeah, I should have had it cut out before. Well, then we couldn't talk about cutting. Phew, survived. Okay, so this gets put on with a few dimensionals. Right on the top. Okay, so that goes right here. A few of them I stamped, and I had to re-ink the stamp. It wasn't stamping it solid enough of a line. Do over. Okay, and little bow goes on with a glue dot. A tiny little bow. That's so cute. Fork. In the silverware drawer, we have big forks and little forks. I used the big fork, but still, it was small. Okay, that's looking good. And if you know how I like to follow up bows with just a little bit of glue. Don't want it coming off. Okay, bling. Where's that bling? Iridescent rhinestones. I think I had one loose one. I'll use a big one, a medium one, and a small one. 3 bling. Okay, so the outside is done. So the inside, this is a question. Should I do a little more coloring? So the words, great words in here. Sending love your way, always grateful for you. Hello there. Sending love your way. This is for orders. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I re-inked the memento. That got a little heavy. That's better. So let me try to put just a few flowers at the bottom. I don't want to go crazy, like I know I can do. Just a few. Are you cringing, thinking I'm stamping on the evergreen paper? I have a plan. That is, oh. Use the other side. Did you notice that was on the very last one? Okay. Probably didn't even need any more over there. Okay. I said not to do much. There I am doing lots. So, to fix all the stamping there, magic. So to color this in, I'll do the big flower in Freesia. Is that light or dark? That's dark. I can't tell, is that, I don't know what that is. It's going to drive me crazy. So it is, oh, that's part of another petal. So that is, and then this is. Of course. Of course. And Freesia Light. I should probably do the green. When I do the green, it's like it frames it. I'll do the green. So this one, Evergreen, are the broad leaves. So when you're at home in your stamp room, do you have the TV on? Or is it silent? Or do you have the radio on? Leave a comment. I'd love to know what you do. It's like this house has been, other than these lights, silent all day. Sometimes I put on my tablet Netflix. That light? Yeah. And kind of do a little bit of binging. I haven't done that in months. But that's fun. Sometimes I put on music, but then it ends up kind of driving me crazy. When Tony's home, the TV is always on. Always. Oh, I was going to do the other green. The soft succulent. Finish up these flowers and then I'll do the little tiny leaves. Soft, succulent, dark. There's that one, that. I don't mind the silence. I was watching someone's video and they're like, oh, okay, gotta talk about something. I'm like, no you don't. It's okay. I don't have any of those little, these things on there. Well, Flirty Flamingo, you're gonna be Flirty Flamingo Light. This one. I need to finish that one up though. It's like when you look at this, it just looks like a little bouquet with a couple of colors. Fooled ya. There's lots of little bits. But it's really cute. Okay, because there's not much freesia over here, how about this one can be just a hint of freesia. And the center, and I think that's it. But I'm going to soften this up with the color lifter on these two white flowers. Okay, and there it is, the inside. I almost put adhesive on the wrong side. I probably shouldn't be stamping on it like that. Oops, sample. That little one is sticking up. It just might need to really stick down. Can't have snagging flowers. Evening Evergreen, such a pretty color. So just a hint of flowers at the bottom. So that is it for today's project. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.